I'll ask you a question I asked Professor Hennessy when I interviewed him for an hour and a half earlier this year. What is it like to be president and CEO of the Computer History Museum? What do you think about big picture and small picture? How do you motivate your staff and volunteers? And how do you get the job done on schedule correctly and with that excellence?
Well, it's a great privilege to be the CEO of this museum. I think anyone who's a CEO, and I'm sure John feels the same way about Stanford, anyone who is the CEO of an institution that existed long before you got there and is going to exist long after you leave, really, I think, feels a couple of things. One is wanting to feel a sense of continuity with everything that has come before you, and then trying to develop a plan that will be strong and enduring after you leave. And the second thing is the realization that you're not doing this alone. This really, it is in many ways, although it's much smaller, it's like a university. It's like any great cultural institution, in that it takes a lot of people with a lot of commitment to make something like this go. No one has to get involved with a museum. No one has to volunteer, no one has to be a docent, no one has to work on the staff, no one has to serve on the board. You do this because you love it and you're really committed to it, and I think we're very fortunate to have a group of committed people involved. And the other thing I will say is that I really do believe that this is going to become an international institution. I think the museum is going to become an icon. That's certainly my goal.
Well, isn't that already? I think it's a Silicon Valley icon right now.
Well,
when I think of Silicon Valley, and I've been here 45 years, one of the things comes to my mind first is the Computer History Museum.
I hope that's true. I do, and I think we're getting there. I think the bigger opportunity for us, though, is to be a place that is as much of a thought leader in its scope and the work that it does as the subject matter that it's covering. And I think that's, in the end, that's really the ambition we all have for the museum, and I hope we can achieve it.